The 2025 Yamaha R1M has arrived, and it's safe to say that this superbike continues to represent Yamaha's relentless pursuit of performance, precision, and technology in a package that not only respects its MotoGP heritage but also adapts to the demands of riders who want the closest thing to a race bike that's street legal. This machine isn't just about speed, though it has plenty of it. It's about the sensation of control, the engineering that goes into every inch of its bodywork, and the satisfaction of knowing you're sitting on a motorcycle that blends artistry with cutting-edge science. Today we're going to dive deep into what the new R1M is all about, exploring how it looks, how it feels, how it performs, and how it justifies its price tag in the modern superbike market. If you've ever wondered whether the R1M lives up to its legendary reputation in 2025, stick around, because this is one machine that demands attention. The very first thing you notice when walking up to the 2025 Yamaha R1M is its aggressive stance. The front of the bike has been refined even further to cut through the air with minimal resistance. The design of the nose fairing, the ram air intake, and the sharp LED projector headlights immediately tell you this isn't a casual weekend cruiser. This is a missile engineered for speed. Yamaha has taken cues from their YZR-M1 MotoGP machine, and the resemblance is no coincidence. Every line, every edge has been sculpted for aerodynamic efficiency. The winglets are seamlessly integrated into the fairing, improving downforce at high speeds without adding unnecessary bulk. Standing in front of it, the R1M looks like it's already moving at 200 km/h even when parked. The carbon fiber front fender glistens under the light, giving off that premium race-ready vibe. It's sleek, futuristic, and intimidating all at once. Shifting your view to the side, the R1M's profile reveals its balance between aggression and elegance. The bodywork is dominated by lightweight carbon fiber panels that reduce weight while adding structural strength. The sculpted tank flows smoothly into the rider's seat, designed for both comfort and maximum grip during aggressive riding. The lines are fluid but purposeful, ensuring that air is directed efficiently over and around a bike. The polished aluminum fuel tank on the R1M, unlike the standard R1, immediately gives away that this is the premium variant, designed for those who expect nothing but the best materials. You'll also notice the fully adjustable Alens electronic racing suspension components visible at the front forks and rear shock. These aren't just for looks, they represent some of the most advanced suspension technology available on a production motorcycle, constantly adapting to riding conditions in real time. From the side, the exposed engine and exhaust system hint at the beastly power inside, while the subtle Yamaha branding and the signature R1M livery scream exclusivity. Walking to the back, the tail section is as razor-sharp as you'd expect. The LED tail light is minimal, almost disappearing into the sleek rear cowl. The single-seat configuration emphasizes its track-focused DNA, though a pillion option is technically possible. The rear subframe is compact and lightweight, and the underseat electronics are neatly tucked away. The exhaust exits low and wide, creating a clean and aggressive rear silhouette. From behind, you can also appreciate just how narrow the bike is, despite housing such a powerful engine. The aerodynamic work extends here too. The rear design reduces turbulence and drag, helping the bike stay planted even when you're fully opened up on a long straight. It's a design that looks steady from the back, almost daring anyone to try and catch up. Now, let's talk about the heart of this machinea, the engine. The 2025 R1M continues to be powered by Yamaha's legendary 998cc inline-4 with the crossplane crankshaft, a design that completely redefined how liter-class bikes deliver power when it was first introduced. The crossplane crank means a unique firing order that provides smoother, more linear torque and improved traction feel, giving riders an uncanny sense of connection between the throttle and the rear wheel. Yamaha has refined this engine further for 2025 to meet the latest emissions standards without sacrificing performance. You're looking at around 200 horsepower at 13,500 RPM, with peak torque arriving at just over 11,000 RPM. That's a staggering amount of performance, especially when paired with the bike's relatively light weight. The intake system and titanium exhaust have been redesigned for better mid-range response, making the bike not only a monster at the top end but also highly responsive in everyday riding scenarios. Yamaha's variable valve actuation continues to play its part, ensuring the engine delivers both low-end grunt and higher revving madness when you want it. Performance is where the R1M truly separates itself from the pack. Thanks to Yamaha's suite of electronic rider aids, you can push this bike closer to its limits without feeling like you're riding on a knife's edge. The 6-axis IMU, inertial measurement unit, constantly monitors the bike's position in 3D space, feeding data to traction control, slide control, wheelie control, launch control, and even brake control systems. This isn't just about safety, it's about performance consistency. Whether you're leaning hard into a corner, accelerating on a damp surface, or braking aggressively, the bike adjusts its behavior to keep you in control. The ride-by-wire throttle offers multiple power modes, so you can tame the R1M for street riding or unleash its full fury on the track. The quick shifter and auto blipper make gear changes buttery smooth, keeping the power flowing seamlessly. Combine all this with the electronically controlled A-link suspension, which actively adjusts damping based on road or track conditions, and you've got a superbike that feels as though it's reading your mind. Riders often describe the R1M as giving them extra confidence, and it's easy to see why when every system is working together to make you faster, safer, and more in tune with the machine. Braking performance is equally impressive, with Brembo calipers clamping down on large dual front discs, giving the kind of stopping power that inspires confidence even from 300 km/h down to a crawl. The ABS system is cornering sensitive, so you don't have to worry about grabbing a handful of brake mid-lean. Tires are supplied by Bridgestone, specifically developed for the R1M to maximize grip and feedback. All these components work in harmony to ensure that the R1M isn't just fast in a straight line, but devastatingly effective around corners, which is where real riders measure performance. Now, performance and exclusivity don't come cheap. The 2025 Yamaha R1M sits at the very top of Yamaha's sport bike lineup. Depending on the market, pricing is expected to hover around the $27,000 to $30,000 range. That's a significant step up from the standard R1, but what you're paying for is not just the increase in performance but also the materials, the electronic suspension, the connectivity features like Yamaha's data logging system that allows you to analyze your track sessions, and the fact that the R1M is produced in limited numbers each year. It's a bike that isn't aimed at casual riders but at enthusiasts who want the closest experience possible to owning a MotoGP-derived machine. When you look at what rivals like the Ducati Panigale V4S or the BMW M1000RR cost, the R1M actually represents strong value in this category, considering the level of technology and performance it offers. Riding the R1M is an experience that goes beyond numbers on a spec sheet. It's about the way the engine growls with that unique crossplane soundtrack, the way the bike tips effortlessly into corners, and the feeling of absolute trust in its electronics as you push harder and harder. It's not a beginner's bike by any means, but for experienced riders, it's one of the most rewarding machines you can buy. The ergonomics are aggressive but surprisingly manageable for longer rides, thanks to Yamaha's attention to rider comfort even in such a track-focused package. The TFT display is crisp and easy to read, with customizable layouts that let you prioritize the information you want most, whether that's lap times, lean angles, or engine vitals. In the end, the 2025 Yamaha R1M is not just another leader-class superbike, it's a statement of intent from Yamaha, a declaration that they're still deeply invested in the future of high-performance motorcycles despite an industry that's shifting toward electrification and stricter regulations. For those lucky enough to own one, it's not only a piece of advanced machinery but also a slice of Yamaha's racing DNA, distilled into a road-legal form. If you're chasing ultimate performance, cutting-edge technology, and the prestige